This clip is brought to you by Piedmontese Beef, the best beef on the planet. Use code POWER for 25% off your entire order. Enjoy the clip and enjoy your meat.
A month ago, I was like, let me just jack my calories up for a bit. I haven't been eating that much. I've been kind of doing some fasting, and it actually might have even been a little bit longer ago than a month now that I think about it. So I started to incorporate some dairy, some raw milk, some raw cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, and fruit. I went for a month without carbs just because I was doing a no-carb month challenge thing, and I didn't really feel like I was depleted or deprived during that month. I like low-carb style diets, but one thing to keep in mind is a lot of these things that we do to maybe have a better body or to be in better shape, they can sometimes be stressors. And sometimes you could be over-stressing yourself. So I was just thinking, like, let me give myself one less thing to think about. Let me just eat more and kind of see what happens. Because I think in comparison to how often I train, I don't eat that much. I eat a good amount, and I definitely get my fill to where I'm not perpetually always losing weight. I don't look gaunt. I don't look like I need to go and run out and eat a sandwich right away or anything like that. But so I think a lot of my requirements are met, but also with an extra energy expenditure of running more recently, I was like, let me just kind of see what happens when I flood the body with nutrients. And I think so that's been a huge help as well.
Eating more food.
I think eating more food has helped a lot. Just because, again, fasting and all these different things, they can be a stressor.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the type of fasting that you and I do, I don't think it's that huge of a stressor because it's pretty mild. And you and I are like, fuck it. I had like a protein shake during the fast. Like it's not always truly like a fast, but for argument's sake, we go 18, 16 hours without any like real food, without a substantial amount of calories, maybe only 300 calories at most, a lot of times. And so I was like, let me just take that off. Let me just get rid of that for a moment. And I still will have days where I might actually choose to fast, but I will most likely start to eat a little earlier in the day. So just consuming more calories. And then when I do eat, if I did some sort of fast, just trying to consume more food in that time period. And things like milk and heavy cream have helped me jack the calories up a bit.
And when, what time, like how far or how close are you eating to bedtime? Because that definitely affects me.
If I'm too full, it makes it very difficult to sleep. So I try to discontinue like a major meal maybe about 3 hours before bed, 2-3 hours before bed, somewhere in that range. I still might have a shake. I still might eat a little bit of fruit. I still might eat something small. But I found, again, more recently, that doesn't seem to bother me. So that's what I've been doing lately.
It was Alan Flanagan that I think when we were talking to him, he's the one who talked about individuals having better sleep quality when they ate food not as close to bed. That's when we tried that. And we're like, oh yeah, actually I do notice a difference when, if I, instead of eating right before I go to sleep, but maybe 3 or 4 hours before I go to sleep, the sleep quality is quite a bit better. So that's another one of those things. But that's what we're saying here. It's like, we have the mouth tape, we have the blue blocks, we have all these things. We don't eat too close to bed most of the time if we can manage it. We have the 8 sleep mattress where we have our temperature controlled room. So we have all these things, but all of these things have been able to culminate into good sleep. Like, it's not just one thing. It's not just the mattress, right? It's a really important thing to remember, because as you have a specific problem, maybe it's your sleep apnea, and you try one thing, but it doesn't work immediately, but it gives you a little bit of benefit in a certain direction, hold on to that. That doesn't mean you stop doing whatever it is that you got or whatever it is that you started doing. You keep doing that, and then you find something else, because I've paid really close attention to how your sleep has been through the years, because as we do something, I'd always ask, okay, hey, Mark, how's that feeling? How's your sleep now? It's like, oh, it's a little better, right? But it seems like now you have this cocktail of everything that we've been doing, and now you're like, oh, I sleep like a normal person now, or I sleep the way we should be sleeping. Like, it's finally there. And that's a really dope thing to see. But I think one of the big movers that can help most people is, not just the breathing aspect, because like nasal breathing is important. And even when we talked to Chris Kadowski, he's talking about how like when he works with people, he does body work on people. They come in and he's doing stuff on them and they have a tendency to hold their breath. They're not relaxed. They don't know how to, or their body's not okay with breathing through stress. So yeah, your breath needs to get handled.